I'm Simpson from Homicide. Chad Matheson turned himself in to us earlier, claiming he murdered his father with this crossbow. Yeah, I've read about you, Mr. Moore. An astronaut, right? I was just informed Miss Jordan received a death threat recently.
Yes.
I'm sure it's just some crank trying to steer things up and nothing will come of it. So we're not going to have to change up tonight's schedule, right?
You'd like to know where we are. But your rude behavior leaves me disinclined to accommodate your curiosity, except that you are trespassing on my private resort. Besides, I think it's pretty obvious, seeing as how you were eaten. I'm assuming that you're travelers. You must be exhausted from all the time spent in that heat. Sorry, but this town is a bit dried up, too. It doesn't have much relief to offer. But still, you're free to rest here for a while. Commander, if you hear about the ship repairs, it'll be at least another week. It seems that Marines these days are under the mistaken impression that ruining perfectly good ships is their job. Thanks to that, the repair schedule is completely packed.
I'm sorry, but with my failing health, I can't work. No one will hire me for anything.
Augusto Toscana. Easily my favorite conductor. He remains utterly faithful to every note of the composition, as if he was fated to do so. You realize our opponents have the upper hand here. The legislature, the judiciary, all moving to the rhythm of Suitengo's baton. Everything is proceeding note for note as he has orchestrated it. But I see a different fate knocking at his door. I'm going to bring his rotten little club and all its members to light during the next legislative session.
Yeah, sure. Right back at you. I'm the drummer. Did he say that already?
We're gonna win this thing.
Huh? We didn't put the band back together to quit now! Kamajima Bro will win! Who, me? Husband? Of that old broad? You gotta be kidding me. I got high standards, hun. The bikini standard. In her day, she could rock a skimpy number, but not since she moved to support Girdle City.
Your attitude is a disgrace, Vetty. Insulting one's wife is not something I'd expect from an emperor. How do you expect me to respond to this? I've heard much about you over the years. My daughter is fortunate to have been blessed with such a loyal friend.
No, it's the other way around.
Well, I hope you'll give my regards to your father the next time you see him. Now please enjoy the party. In the town of Nisaka, I believe Ichidensai Funaki has twin sons. Their heads. Bring me the heads of Funaki's sons. This task is for Fujiki and Irako. The one of them who completes this will seed my bloodline. Exorcists are members of an organization known as the Black Order, and each one has a unique weapon for fighting Akuma. You have one also, which makes you a very special person indeed. You're what's referred to as an accommodator, Deja. The innocence I carry reacted as soon as it sensed your presence. Your weapon will be forged using this innocence, and with it you'll travel the world destroying Akuma. The gentleman Camillo, who was suspected to have ties to the remnants of House Capulet, has, unfortunately, managed to disappear before our men could apprehend him. Abram, a captain in your personal guard, is suspected of leaking the information and is being dealt with accordingly.
Do you have the Capulet girl?
My apologies. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing all right, Domenico.
Up early, so you're finally heading out then?
Yeah.
You better be back before autumn. That's the harvest season. There's no way we can go public with the truth about the D Project. Telling mankind that we face a crisis of extraterrestrial proportions would only serve to make the populace more anxious. I couldn't handle it anymore. Order or no order, to have to dirty my hands researching that thing was too much.
What thing is that?
It took so many lives. During the Civil War, so many innocent died because of it. I could spend my whole life trying and still never atone for the things I've done. But I had to do something, so I came here to be a doctor to save lives instead of taking them. It's just as I had hoped. The spare parts here have yet to be ruined. Lucky for us, none of them have been stolen by bandits quite yet. You, the Tiger of Kai? I was told it was Oshustate Masamune who was raged against the Hojo family. So instead you would attack me? Those who oppress the elderly die miserable deaths. You will show me respect. I've heard enough, Maroto. I'll buy a copy.
Thanks a lot, Professor. You were always my favorite teacher.
Are you kidding me? A serious journalist wouldn't write about aliens.
Maybe you're right, but there's more money in this stuff than there is in real news.
You sure about that? Then why did you push me into buying your book?
My luck hasn't been so great lately.
Well, you could learn something from your old classmate, Kaori Sanada. She's quite an established reporter now.
It happens that I'm living on borrowed time. So excuse me if I don't want to be unnecessarily bothered.
On borrowed time?
To be honest, my body isn't what it used to be. I could drop dead today and it wouldn't be surprising.
A road to the north?
Yes.
Well, there hasn't been all that much snow this year, so the journey shouldn't be too bad.
My plan right now is to go to Nyohila.
So, you're going into lands that are pagan? Well, I suppose that is the life of a merchant. Hey, you little varmints! What the Queen's britches are y'all doing in my field?
No, they found us.
I was expecting a couple of deadbeats, but I caught troublemakers instead. You're them Fallens, ain't ya?
You'd have to run the media gauntlet, sir.
Like always. Maybe I should cancel that dinner tonight.
What's crack-a-lackin', Kurapoo?
Sup, Uncle? Hey, am I calling at a bad time?
Don't you worry your pretty little head. 9% of them still like me. It's all good. Oh, ho, ho, yeah. Who do you think you are? Casually barking orders to his lordship. For your information, Lord Toll just happens to be not only the grandson of Emperor Green, but quite possibly next in line to rule. We have some watchmen guarding the road out of the village. We closed the national road, too. I just don't see how they could escape without us noticing.
It doesn't matter. I'm not even convinced I'm the little bastard's real father. His mother was a woman of less than sterling virtue, I fear. Nothing like you, my dear. The results of the experiment aren't in yet.
That's not what I mean. It's your birthday, isn't it?
Ah, I suppose I forgot.
The whole lab celebrated your daughter's birthday, so we,
I robbed my daughter of her birthday celebration, so I don't see any reason why mine should be recognized.
One day out of the blue, I started crying like a baby. So I said, one more job and I'm out. Listen, Junior, I've never used more than one bullet on any prey I've hunted in my life. Understand?
Where's the unit?
Sir, they were told to arrive in South Africa ahead of us.
The success of this operation had better exceed the inconvenience of that meeting. Failure is no option.
All this nature, huh? Nature just killed your tomato vines. What do you think of that? Huh? You can plant new ones till you're blue in the face. You ain't cut out for this life.
Well, guess I'll learn.
Oh, stop it. Smiling like that makes you look like a damn fool. Give it a rest.
Huh?
Walking around with that smile on your face. What's so funny? You just gonna stand there and laugh like a lunatic?